Hello and welcome to my small micro channel on Airsoft toys. Now, let's get that out of the way. Now, what I want to show you is my first ever purchase in the Airsoft world. I'm very new to Airsoft and I'm like many people, you become slightly addicted. I'm not into the skirmishing, although I keep being asked to come out skirmishing, which I'm quite actually pleased about. But at the moment, I'm more of a collector. I really enjoy going onto my small range and my friends. So let's get into it. This is mine. Now, as always, like many people, we like to modify things. We like to basically advance them or add things on it, basically make them more ours. A lot of guys and girls I meet talk about how they modify to games that they play on their PS5 or Xbox. So I think that's great, to tell you the truth. This is what Tokyo Marui call a sniper rifle. I call it more of a scout rifle. And the reason being is it's very, very compact. Now, the main body is all you get. I will come back to that later on. But I just want to show you how I have it. You have your foldable stock, and what I've changed with it is quite simple. I have obviously my bipod that I have, which is adjustable. I do have a laser just for a bit of fun. That's just a cheap little laser, not very expensive. It does the job for me. And it's when I'm just having a laugh with some of my friends in one of the barns or the outside area. Okay, I have my suppressor. Okay, it's more aesthetically pleasing, to tell you the truth. And then I've obviously got my sight. That was a nightmare for me to get. The company that I got it from, I don't know if I'll mention them, kept saying that it was delivered, kept saying it was sent to me. I got it proof through the Royal Mail that it didn't arrive. I live in Northern Ireland, and on the island of Ireland, we have struggles with people sending us stuff sometimes, because it's all, I'm not going to go into Brexit and all that crap because I don't really give a monkeys. But the problem is, to buy stuff from America sometimes, or even Europe, costs us a fortune because of the shipping. So we have to be very careful. Most people say go through Amazon, but Amazon is pretty limited for a lot of the stuff to do with Airsoft. And then I have my small magazines. These are 30 round magazines. Again, I only got get one with them, obviously the rifle, and I bought another two. Very cheap, they're only about 20 quid. They are plastic, okay, so they can damage very easily. And this is what you see. 2 kilograms. I think it's great. Now, for those of you who are quite astute, you would have noticed here, the butt. That is something I purchased. I purchased that separately, and then I basically, I wouldn't say super glue, but I used a chemical that doesn't damage, obviously, the plastic to seal that on. And that just gives it, because I'm quite a tall guy, and I'm not going to say I'm unhuman by having long arms, but it was very tight for when I was holding it in. So this is mine. What I'd like to do, take it down into my range and just give you a bit of a tour of it, of the bear of it, and then we'll have a fire of it and we'll see what you think. This is all I saw on the wall. There was no sight on it. There was no fancy foregrip, bipod, nothing, not a thing. It was just this. And I took it down, I felt the weight, I thought, well, that's quite sturdy. I did. And then it showed me the folding stock. And I don't know what it was. Might be like folding stocks. It just sold me. The solidness of it. Now, this is obviously polymer. This is all plastic, okay? Heavy duty plastic. The grip here is plastic. I put a bit of a cover over it to a bit better grip. The trigger is metal. The barrel is metal. The picture rail up here, that is obviously metal, okay? I've put my own little rails on it just so I can put my little gadgets on it, okay? Again, on the bottom here, there's one I have for where I have my little foregrip on it. All I have added to it, aesthetically in this context for permanence, is the butt. That is it, just a bit of rubber butt. It cost me about 15 quid. I got it off Amazon. I made sure I picked some, it's like a chemical glue type thing I got. A friend of mine recommended it. It doesn't damage it or wears it, because some glues can deteriorate and then damage it, the plastic. When this comes off, it's just a light little rub down and it should be clear. The butt itself, it's a lovely button. It's so easy. Not like my VMP1, where if you've seen my video, and then it just goes into a little click, obviously, there. The safety catch is here. It's just it's a spring rifle, okay? No gas, nothing like that. It says it's 0.7 joule, as I'm sure a lot of you would know better than me. But I just think it looks a cracking rifle for any collector. I'm going to keep saying it though. It's a scout rifle. Magazine housing, okay, it's just basically it's a click in. I will say it probably a few times. 30 BBs go in there. What more do you want if you think about it? You could have your own type of sight system, and I've seen people use this for skirmishing, and it just looks great. And look, there is your hop system. Very easy to get to. Let's see how it fires, because that's what we all want to know. This isn't a test of the distances of this. This is just to show you its operations. Let's have a look. So, it took me a couple of minutes. All I had to do was build the little rifle back up again. I'm going to keep saying it. It's a Scout sniper rifle. Very compact. I put my suppressor on it. You can see it's a large suppressor. Makes it look a lot longer, a little meaner as well, I would say, okay? Put my scope back on. I've put my little laser red dot on just for a bit of fun. My bipod's back on. And it's just something very simple. Now, my foregrip as well. Now, when you look at it, okay, it's a good little rifle. I'm not being funny. It's a bit of fun. Your magazine clicks in nice and simple. I'm going to put this down out of the way. As I've already said, you've got your hop. It's a very compact. Now, all I'm going to do, very minimal distance, okay, to my target in my small 4-meter range. There's nothing to do with me showing you how good the target is and things like that. This is just me showing you how it basically operates, okay? If you want to see someone do distances, again, there's plenty of other guys on YouTube that are far better than me that go through all the tests and the weights and all that lot using different grams of BBs, heavier ones, which, yeah, I totally understand, respect them. I'm a collector. I just like to have a bit of fun. And there's more collectors now that are starting to come into the airsoft world, because I hear them and they talk to me and it's great. I get emails and it's great, all the stuff that they're starting to purchase. I like this because it's a bit of fun. I might skirmish in a bit. Magazine is in. Okay, nice smooth action. Spring operated, as I've already told you. Okay, all I'm going to do, center target, easy as anything. Point 2 BBs in the actual rifle, not too heavy obviously because of this distance. I'm aiming center target. The only thing I'll say, unlike obviously my gas rifles that I love as well, is that when this is out, you've got to wait for the actual distinctive tone to tell you that it's now, I don't know if you can see this, but because I'm at short distance and the power from this, they're actually going into obviously my metal target frame and bouncing out straight away. That's why I'm wearing my glasses. You don't hit my back, I'm okay. There's one just flew past me. Now you would have heard that, I would imagine. Now, I'm hoping you heard that. Like a flat air, basically telling me I'm out. Now, when you're in this, with the bipod down, you have to obviously go through the routine of press the little button, and then you gotta get your hand there, and then you gotta change it. And then if you're in a skirmish, I would imagine then you have to reload it, put it back, and then get up. But, saying that, all joking aside, this is a fantastic airsoft rifle. I can see me having this for a long, long time and also enjoying it. Thank you for watching. I hope I get nice comments, because I'm seeing quite a lot of individuals that are coming on to other airsoft channels and saying pretty nasty things. I'm a micro channel, so no one really gives a monkeys about me, but that's here. I do this because I have a small little following, and I'm very grateful for them, and they send me emails and send me pictures and send me notes and send me advice, and I think that's fantastic, because that's a nice little community that I like to be part of. Please subscribe if you want, like, comment, ask me a question, doesn't matter, but whatever you're doing, enjoy your airsofting days, and I hope the weather gets better. Bye for now.